It's marketed as a high-quality, advanced hair clipper system to get you that professional haircut that you're looking for. But does this Hatteker RFC-690 have what it takes to cut through this thick hair and beard with power and precision? We'll find out coming up next. What's up, guys? I'm Paul D'Onofrio back with you from Groom Reviews. We're getting you comfortable, confident, and clean in grooming. On this channel, we're bringing you everyday grooming product reviews. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell to stay on top of all of our latest videos. We appreciate you stopping by our Facebook page and giving us a like, as well as hitting up our website at groomreviews.com. So today, we're taking a look at the Hatteker RFC-690 rechargeable hair clipper, which Hatteker touts for its self-sharpening ceramic blade that can cut through any hair type. Now, while the Hatteker brand may not be a household name, they've slowly grown their presence on Amazon with a variety of top-rated hair cutting and hair care products, ranging from hair clippers and beard trimmers to shavers for both men and women. This hair cutting device seems to be no exception, holding an impressive 4.5 out of 5-star review rating. Accompanying the hair clipper base unit is an approximately 38mm ceramic blade, paired with a titanium-plated stationary blade. This serves as your primary hair cutting device and can easily be removed for cleaning with the push of your thumb. This is accompanied by 6 guide combs, lengths 3mm, 4mm to 6mm, 7mm to 9mm, 10mm to 12mm, 16mm to 18mm, and 22 to 24mm. These guards can be attached to the hair clipper by sliding the pins of each guard into the holes on each side of the clipper. Additionally, you'll receive a hair thinner guide comb, which can double as protective cutting blade guard, a stand base, charger with USB connection, hair comb, cleaning brush, and blade lubricating oil round out the list. Taking a look at the middle of this Hatteker trimmer, you'll find an integrated blade adjustment capability, allowing you to maneuver your blade cutting length between 0.5mm, 1mm, 1.5mm, 2mm, and 2.5mm during your haircut. This range of adjustments imitates the use of a taper lever most are accustomed to seeing on a pair of hair clippers, allowing for a wide range of hair cutting lengths to be achieved in conjunction with each guard. Moving down the Hatteker hair clipper, you'll find a power button, which works alongside an LCD display. Hit the power button once, and the hair clipper will turn on while displaying your current battery capacity as a percentage. To put the hair clipper into travel lock mode, simply hold down the power button for 4 to 5 seconds, and the blue lock button will display in the bottom right corner of the LCD. To remove the travel lock, hold the power button for 4 to 5 seconds more, and the trimmer will resume its normal operation. Do note, however, that when the charger is connected, the travel lock is automatically disconnected. As far as battery life, the Hatteker RFC-690 hair cutting system includes a lithium-ion battery and requires 90 minutes of charge time for 2.5 hours of cordless use. When charging, a red plug indicator will appear on the LCD screen alongside the percentage charged, as well as a red light on the bottom of the unit. Once fully charged, the red light on the bottom of the Hatteker clipper will turn green, indicating it's ready to use for your haircut. While the Hatteker RFC-690 does include USB charging capability in addition to wall charging, it unfortunately only can be used cordless and will not operate while plugged in. Additionally, it feels like an opportunity was missed with the stand base, as this Hatteker hair clipper cannot be charged while sitting in the stand. The Hatteker RFC-690 hair trimmer is 100% waterproof and can be cleaned quick and easy with a rinse under running water. Currently, the Hatteker RFC-690 hair clipper sells on Amazon for a competitive price of $44.99. I'll link to the product in the description below. So as you guys can see, my hair and my beard have gotten really thick and long. I've been dying for a haircut and some kind of trim up on the beard. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna have my wife jump in with this trimmer and give me a haircut. We'll also go through there, maybe trim up the beard a little and get the scruff out of the way and make things look a little bit cleaner. We'll put the different trimmer settings up on the screen as we go, and we'll see how this Hatteker RFC-690 performs. So let's jump in now and test it out. All right, guys, so there you go. That was the Hatteker RFC-690 hair clipper beard trimmer. When we started off there, we had a lot of hair on the top of the head as well as the beard, but this was able to go through there very nicely, had good power, good precision. We cleaned it up nice, and I think it's a great product. Now that being said, while this Hatteker RFC-690 is a great product, there are a few notable drawbacks that I saw during the haircut as well as the beard trim, and overall with this product's build and what actually comes with it. So let's go over that right now. So one area I think this Hatteker RFC-690 could improve on is with the guard combs. The teeth on the larger one are a little bit thicker, they're a little bit sturdier, they still have a lot of give to them, a lot of bend, but I'm more concerned about these smaller ones. They're very flimsy, they can bend back and forth. When I'm seeing, this, where I can go like this very easily, you're snapping these on, and they might break off. But right now, during this cut, had no problem. It went in there and got the job done. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this Hatteker device has some great cutting ability, great power to it. Battery life is, awesome. One of the things though that was odd to me is that it feels very solid with the LCD screen on the bottom, on the top, as well as with this titanium blade and ceramic blade in here. But then you have this middle piece where you're shifting between 0.5 millimeters to 2.5 millimeters as you're trying to get that extra length on this ceramic blade, and it's built into the device. But one of the things that's weird is when you're going like that and you're twisting it this way, it goes pretty smoothly, but when you start going back, it catches for some reason. It just feels like two different pieces that kind of went together. Like there was some quality pieces here, and then the middle, they kind of just went with a cheaper kind of plastic piece. If you're pushing through there, it gets the job done. It's just that sometimes when you're pushing, you're like, something going on with the ceramic blade where it's just catching too much. It's an area to look at while you're using this device. Now, one of the things I noticed going through there was an odd humming noise that started to come about kind of midway into the haircut. I wasn't sure at first what it was, but now I'm thinking maybe the hair was getting stuck under here into this motor that you see inside of here. When you press this button, you can see it spinning around. And I think as the hair started building up, it may have gotten a little bit too clogged in there and then started hitting the hair, making that humming noise. But it had no impact on the power and the speed going through there, as well as the cutting consistency. But just be aware of that, as you're going through, if you're cutting a lot of thick hair at different times during the cut, pause it, clean it out, and start going again. As far as noise level with the Hatteker RFC-690, this is very good as far as I'm concerned from what I've compared to in the past. As you can see here, it's not that loud at all. It's on the lower range, I'd say. Now, one of the features on this Hatteker that I thought was a little bit odd is that under this charging port right here, you basically have this little compartment that unscrews, and the lithium-ion rechargeable battery is just sitting in there like this to come out. I'm a little bit confused by this because right off the bat, in my box, there's no extra rechargeable battery, so this really isn't doing anything for me right now. And to know that this actually unscrews and a battery can come out and be replaced is kind of not making me feel that confident in the battery that's in here. I don't know if they're saying, hey, over time, this will wear out in the future fairly quickly, but you don't really see on many of the actual trimmers or clippers out there that you just unscrew it, pull a battery out, and put a new one in there. Another area that definitely has room for improvement with this Hatteker RFC-690 is this stand that it comes with. And as you can see in the bottom here, there's a little outline right there in the bottom. Looks like a pair of goggles if you turn it this way. And those match the bottom right here on the device where you would put the charger. So as you put this in to the stand, it kind of just sits right in there into that groove so it stays in place. The problem is there's nowhere to put the actual charger with this stand. So if I'm putting this on my counter somewhere, maybe in the bathroom, and I want to plug it in while it's in the stand, I don't have a way to do that. So this stand is kind of a waste in my opinion, because one of the biggest drawbacks with this is there's no bag. What am I doing with all these guide combs as well as the pieces that come with it? So basically you're taking the stand, putting this in it, and then you're taking the charger, the guide combs, and everything else, and you got to figure out where to put it. Now, as we can see with the box, this is a large box. As you open it, this is what everything came in. So you have a comb, oil, charger, guide combs, everything, but there's nowhere to put it all. Many stands out there, you can have the stand as well as spots for the combs to go on, which makes sense. This one is just kind of a little bit off to me, and I think there's definitely room for improvement with future designs, with what they're doing to make sure you have at least a bag in here to make sure you put all your combs and your oil and everything else with it. So all that being said, I still think this Hatteker RFC-690 is a great product. Yeah, it doesn't have the bag to put stuff with, but the power that this has and the consistency of the cut is very good. For $44.99 or $95 on Amazon, this is definitely priced very competitively and has the power to get the job done. Now in the future, we're gonna have to see what happens with that battery, but for now, battery life is great. As we saw with the guide combs, a little bit of flimsiness in there, but they worked well as we were cutting the hair. Blades are very sharp. This feels like good quality. LCD screen works great. You might be able to put, a few more features on there besides just the power and the travel lock, as well as the little charging indicator, but it gets the job done for what you're trying to do with your hair. You have enough guide combs that are in there at different lengths to cut at various kinds of haircuts that you're going through. So overall, even though this is labeled as a professional hair clipper, I would definitely say this is great for haircuts, but it's also great on the beard. It's definitely gonna be labeled as a beard trimmer to me because I can go in there and I can do something like this very quickly. I have enough guards in there to trim up the beard in the ways that I usually do with another beard trimmer. It says hair clipper on the box, but try if you can use it on your beard because you know that these attachments will work at the different lengths that are on there and you're confident in the blades that are on this to cut at that consistency that you need, go for it. In my book, this is a hair trimmer, a beard trimmer. I think it did a great job. Go out there, test it out, and let me know what you think of the Hatteker RFC-690 in the comments below. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, a like, comment, subscribe, share, anything you can do to help the channel, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to stop by our Facebook page, give us a like. I thank you again for being here, and I'll catch you next time.